Okay, today I'll show you how to install the toolchain, the open toolchain for SkyWater 130A and Xschem Magic, something like that, from this repository from the Johannes Kepler University in Austria. I find this very convenient. To be honest, the most convenient way to do so in installing in Linux, and I find it very fast, very easy to install. Actually, you have two options to do so. Another option is that you can install it in the Docker container. But if you want to install it in the Linux without Docker, so it's more lightweight, you can follow from here. Okay, so I'm gonna install it on the Windows subsystem of Linux because I'm not a Linux fan. Sorry. First of all, I assume that you have Windows 11. Okay, so with the last test version if possible, yeah, and you can install the WSL on the window by just turn it on in the window feature. Okay, so assume that you haven't had the WSL before. You just click here, the virtual machine platform and Windows Subsystem for Linux. Make sure that you tick two of this, okay? And then you okay. It should be prompt you to restart the computer, yeah. And you come back and then you have to like install something like download the Linux kernel update package. So you can install something like Ubuntu example. I will send this link later. But if you haven't installed it yet, the WSL will prompt you to install it anyway. So, and also you have to update it. You have to run WSL update. So I'll close it and I'll show it for you. So I have to open the terminal. So first of all, you have to like install this. You follow the instruction, click here, something will download here, and then you just install it. It's very easy. And for this, you have to update. I have updated before, so it should not have something to do. Okay, if you not update this, maybe some GUI in the Linux of the WSL will not work. Okay. Okay. So what we gonna do next? Maybe I put the video. Okay, so if you want to look what distro have been installed in the WSL, you can use this command WSL-L. You can see that nothing is installed in the WSL yet, so I'll install it. Install the Ubuntu. Okay, so you don't have to click anything. You just have to put it in the command line. So use this line, boop, and then just paste it here. But I will use the 22.04. I recommend that you use this so you don't have to encounter some problem that I have not encountered yet. Okay, so I'm gonna install that. Wait for some time. But it's not that long if you have the good internet. Yeah. Then you enter the username and your password. Wow, so you can see my password here, but anyway, I don't mind. Okay. Successful. Now, okay, so what I'm gonna do first is install the apt fast. This is my favorite. Maybe you don't have to do this, but this is my favorite because it will make the installation faster, much faster. So you install it here. Okay. Okay. Wait for some time. And that's it. Okay. So that will be this graphical interface. I use apt, I use 5, and I don't suppress it. Okay. Now, what I want to do next is this make? No, not yet. So I'm gonna install it by using fast. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And then I will install it to eat it because I love it. I don't like Vim. Okay. So let's wait for some time. Drink water. Okay, so now I have make now, and I have gedit. Okay, everything's perfect. So I'm gonna clone the repository here. Don't be confused. This is for the Docker, but this is for installation directly to the Linux. So I'm gonna clone it, copy it, and then I put it clone in my home. That's it. And then I cd to that folder, and I check what is inside, and I gedit again the IIC-OSIC.setup. Yeah, so now you have this. The problem is about the ngSpice. The ngSpice is changed its version frequently, and its URL will be changed. Depends on what time when you do install it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is finding what version it is now. So you can see that it's 40 now. So you have to change it for 40. It depends on what time do you install. So you have to check it. Okay, check it by yourself in the Google. Okay, so now you change the ngSpice version, and then we change the QQ here because I want to know what's going on when this is the installation. Then I will use fast instead because it will make it faster. I will spend fast, and I press it all, and then I save it. Great, everything is great. Okay, so I will close it here, and I will run it. You don't have to use sudo. You just have to run it. Don't use sudo. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, it should be fine. It should be working fine. Okay. Now you just have to wait because there's so many packages that's going to be installed. So what I'm gonna do is I will pause the recording unless there is the error happening. Okay. Okay, Now if you have done the installation, you have to get this result. So it will be like this, all done, and remember to run source or something. So I have cheat something, I have done it, so I'm gonna clear the screen first. So what you have to do is you go to your home again, and then you have to edit your batch file. So you have to use this. Okay, so now you can edit the batch file. What you have to do is that you have to add this command, source and the home directory / IIC -init.sh here at the end of the file of the batch RC. So this file will be run every time you start the distro, okay? So I gonna close it, and don't forget to save before you close, but I have edited that before. So you restart the WSL by exit it first, and then you come back again. Then you go to the home again, and then you go to the open lane, and then you should make tests to see if it's really work. It doesn't take so much time, so let's wait it. Okay, now the test is done, so you can see that the basic test is passed. Okay, so it should really work. So then we'll test the Xschem too. We'll go back to my home first, and then Xschem. Okay, so it works, and I want to see if it can simulate something. So I go to here, and then I run it by creating netlist first, and then simulate the circuit, and wait for some time. It should be, yeah, the many graphs here, and this is the characteristics of the MOS. Okay, so everything's worked just fine. And okay, so I have write some short note here. So I'm gonna review for you first before the end. Firstly, you have to assume that you have Windows 11. You turn on window features first, which is you can find here. Okay, turn window features on off. You tick virtual machine platform and Windows Subsystem for Linux, and then the computer will prompt you to restart it. And then you update the kernel by going to this link, download the installer, and then go through it. And then you come back, update the WSL by going to the terminal, and then you update it. And install the Ubuntu, put your username, password, and going to your Ubuntu, install fast if you want. If you don't want, you don't have to do it. Install make, install gedit, maybe by using fast or app, it's up to you. Clone this repository to your home, and then go to the folder, edit the batch file first, change the anti-spy version, and then change or cut off the QQ and change it to fast if you want, so you can know what's going on. If there is the QQ, there is no text printed on the terminal. Then you save the file, install it by running the batch file, don't need the sudo as I want you, and save the path environment by going back to your home, edit the batch RC, put this line into the last line of the file, and restart the WSL and I recommend that you do that, because if you didn't do that, I have seen so many errors, especially the Docker said that it somehow conflict something, I don't know. So restart it and go back to the WSL. You can test by going to alternate folder and make test. Okay, so this is the end of the installation. If you want to, if there is the problem, please contact me, maybe by the YouTube comments, so I actually read it, okay, or maybe my email. Okay, so if you have any problem, thank you, and that's it. Okay.